Welcome to the 2015 Battle of the Babes Standards video. We put this together to hopefully alleviate any questions that you may have regarding the movements and the workouts. We have a pretty good competition set up for you. If you have questions regarding anything you see in this video, please comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. WOD 3 scaled is an 8-minute AMRAP, 6 hand release push-ups, 9 thrusters at 55 pounds. WOD 3 RX is an 8-minute AMRAP, 6 handstand push-ups, 9 thrusters at 75 pounds. WOD 3 for teams is 4 time. There's an 8-minute time cap. Starts with 15 box jumps at 24 inches, 12 lateral burpee over the bar, 9 snatches at 75 pounds. 12 box jumps at 24 inches, 9 lateral burpee over the bar, 6 snatches at 95 pounds. Finally, 9 box jumps, 6 lateral burpee over the bar, and 3 snatches at 105 pounds. If there's any time remaining, it becomes an AMRAP of hang power snatches at 105 pounds. WOD 3 teams, it's 1 team member working at a time except for when you're changing weights, which will be done in a designated area. All team members can assist in changing the weights as long as it's in that area. The bar must be returned to the platform and the athletes must return to their designated square before work can begin. Hand release push-ups. The rep starts from the top with your arms in a fully locked out position. Your chest must touch the ground. Your hands must leave the ground before beginning the next rep. Your toes must remain on the ground at all times. These are all good reps. If you start the rep on your chest, if your toes come off the ground, if your entire hand doesn't leave the ground, if you worm a hand release push-up, these are all no reps. Thrusters. The bar can be power cleaned or squat cleaned to begin your thruster. The hips must reach below parallel. The hips must come to full extension and the arms must be locked out overhead for it to be a good rep. These are all good reps. Your hips do not go below parallel. Your arms do not get fully locked out at the top. Your hips do not reach full extension. These are all no reps. Handstand push-ups. You will be allowed to use 1 ab mat. The rep starts with your arms fully locked out. Heels must be against the wall and arms in full extension at the end of the movement to be considered a good rep. You may kip or do strict handstand push-ups. These are all good reps. If your heels come off the wall prior to you reaching a fully locked out position, if your arms do not fully lock out, if your head does not make contact with the ab mat, these are all no reps. If you start in a headstand, you must reach full extension before the rep starts. Box jumps. You may jump or step up onto the box. Your hips must be fully extended, standing tall at the top of the box. Both feet must land on the box prior to jumping or stepping down to begin your next rep. These are all good reps. Not coming to full extension at the top of the box. Using your hands to get on top of the box. Not getting both feet on top of the box. These are all no reps. Lateral bar burpees. Athlete starts in a standing position next to the bar. Your chest must touch the ground. You do not need to extend your hips on the way up. You must have a 2-foot takeoff. Each jump over the bar equals 1 rep. These are all good reps. If the athlete is at any time facing the bar, if the chest does not make contact with the ground, if you jump over the bar 1 foot at a time or have a 1-foot takeoff, these are all no reps. The snatch. You may squat or power snatch. Your hips, arms, and knees must be locked out. You must show control before lowering the bar to begin your next rep, and you may drop the weight from the top. These are all good reps. Hips, arms, and knees not fully locked out. Pressing the bar between the shoulder and your head. Not showing control of the bar before starting your next rep. These are all no reps. Hang power snatch. You must deadlift the bar from the ground. The movement must start from the hang position above the knees. Hips must not go below parallel in the catch. You must show control of the bar, and your hips, knees, and elbows must be fully extended before bringing the bar down to begin your next rep. These are all good reps. If you begin the movement from the ground, your hips go below parallel during the catch. Your knees, hips, or elbows are not locked out. If you do not show control of the bar before beginning your next rep, those are all no reps. So there you have the 2015 Battle of the Babes Standards video. I hope you enjoyed Right Rep Renee and Don't Do It Darby going through the movements. If you have questions or comments, put them below and we'll answer those as soon as we can. Other than that, good luck, train hard, and we'll see you on the 22nd.